Good morning and welcome to another edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Success Fertilizer application. Now, I understand it isn't always easy to compete against the big guys. They have more money than us. They have more people than us, certainly more resources than a small business person does. However, they can't be smarter than us unless we like them. So that's why with referral exchange networking, we're very, very committed to education, to making sure that our members keep on learning all that they can. So every week we come up with what we call business success fertilizer application. This week, we're going to talk about something called the Dunning Kruger effect. Donald Rumsfeld, Secretary of Defense under President George W. Bush, 2001 to 2006, he famously said, "There are known knowns. There are things we know that we know. There are unknown knowns." That is to say, there are things that we know that we don't know. But there are also unknown unknowns. These are the things we don't know we don't know. Now, attempting to parse this statement is little more than a little difficult. But one of the major takeaways is the fact that we often don't know enough about something to fully understand how much we don't understand the subject. In some instances, this can be amusing, as in a novice chess player taking on a master, or a beginning MMA fighter taking on Conor McGregor, although that might be less than amusing and a little more perturbing to watch. Anyway, some of this phenomenon can be explained by something called the Dunning Kruger effect, which in essence allows us to feel good and above average internally, when in effect, most of us are truly average. The Decision Lab defines the Dunning Kruger effect as occurring when a person's lack of knowledge and skills in a certain area cause them to overestimate their own competence. This is also seen as a cognitive bias because you think you know more than you do. So you plunge right in without the skills and knowledge needed because you don't even know those skills and knowledge exist. Our confidence is not in line with our knowledge. Cognitive bias can also allow people to believe something is true when all the facts say otherwise, such as members of the Flat Earth Society. Without the metacognition or self-awareness of your own knowledge, you're apt to bite off more than you can chew. Or to put another way, a little knowledge can be a dangerous thing. One more metaphor that may be helpful. If you think all you need to know about something can be contained in a bread box, once you have the bread box full, you'll stop learning about it. However, if the box is actually the size of a refrigerator box, you'll find yourself totally inadequate to the task. The Dunning-Kruger effect can be devastating to any business, but especially to a small business which may not have the available reserves to weather a serious mistake or miscalculation. As explained by Trace Dominique in one of his after-school videos, self-confidence and self-esteem are valuable and even necessary, especially for a small business owner. However, we need to have a realistic assessment of what we're good at and what we're not good at. It's interesting to note that the top people in any field, they don't overestimate themselves, but instead they tend to underestimate themselves. This comes from truly understanding their subject and realizing how much there is yet to know. As Trace explains, if we never change the knowledge we assume that we have, then we'll keep on thinking we're amazing. This serves us well until reality kicks in and our business ends up in the ditch. The obvious solution is to keep learning. But beyond that, we need to do an honest assessment as to what our talents are and what they aren't. We need to be able to take constructive criticism and act upon it. We also need to understand where our lack of knowledge can really hurt us and either supplement our knowledge and understanding or seek out someone who can provide what we need. A word of caution: we need to be able to discern between a real expert and just an overconfident novice. This is where our referral partners can be of help. As Charles Darwin said, ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. Well, okay, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything you just heard, or you'd like to know how you can grow your business by joining a referral exchange networking chapter, or even how to start your own chapter, reach out to me at raustin@referralexchangenetworking.com. That's exchange with an X. And if you'd like to be notified whenever we post another educational video, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of this video. All right, well, thank you, everyone, and we'll talk again next week. Take care.